Hi, Terry. Oh, you don't have to. Here, I'll put you first, though. Thank you. I felt it. Okay. Okay. Thank you. I definitely can use it. Even $5 will buy me some bread. you know, every little bit helps me. Thank you so much. But actually, I'm not eating bread. So, carrots. I don't, I've been trying to, stay away from those kinds of things. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna get some coffee, but then I wouldn't have any for breakfast, and I need that coffee for sure. And then I'll go shopping tomorrow. I just haven't had time to buy some groceries since I got money. So, how are you doing? I don't know if I've watched. That's really good. I'm glad for you. It makes a difference. It really does because most healthy um, meal plans are just better, are generally better for you. I've noticed like say for instance, I know that we don't need to talk about food, but but like my in my family, we have immune deficiency disorder kind of runs through the family a little bit, immunodeficiency. My mom has had or she has arthritis and um, rheumatoid and different kinds of ways she eats has helped her, help the joints and help things. So it's to me, food things are quite related to our body. And um, my niece is she's I don't know how to say this, but she's autistic, but she's on the more um, active, side of the spectrum or whatever. But I think a lot had to do, maybe not, but I feel like a lot had to do with my sister earlier on. Like she was only 3 or 4 years old when she started her on gluten free and casein free diet because it's something that she researched about that. So and I think that really helped, along the way. And also like mental health. I while Sammy was going through his stuff, I researched stuff, and certain kinds of foods are helpful in that regard too. So it can be helpful to really think about it a little bit more. Yeah, I it's funny though because you're bombarded with all kinds of different routes to go, and I also had read the Eat Right for Your Blood Type diet, which was real interesting. And my blood type is A positive, and so I'm like, I came after the carnivores, the prehistoric people. The carnivores came first, and then all the plant eaters came next. And I'm part of the plant eater crowd. And but it's not like I don't eat. I never really liked vegetables that much. So it's funny though, even though right now I'm eating more protein, I usually when I'm eating more protein, I end up eating more vegetables too, which is kind of crazy. So that's what happens. So I haven't really watched, I don't know what's the last video of yours that I watched, but I've been trying to keep up with the videos that you sent out. And I know you've been getting a little tired more frequently. So talk to me and tell me anything that you need to know. And since nobody's here, let's go ahead and get to yours. And if you need to go early and get some rest, please do so. Don't, you know, do do whatever you need to do. Oh, you posted one yesterday? We'll have to check it out. And anybody listening, you guys check out Terry's YouTube channel, Conquering Cancer and Raising Awareness. It's a very nice, it's very, very, I must say, extremely thorough and very informative. And her particular form of cancer, pancreatic cancer, that if anybody has any questions on that, that can be very helpful to understand what people go through. And also give her your support. So a lot of people will be listening after the fact. So that's why I'm just saying that now, even though it doesn't look, it's only you and me online right now together. So, Terry, why don't we get you started with some fairy messages? I still have this sitting right here. Okay, yeah. What was the last thing that we talked about? Refresh me. It feels like it's so long ago. I need to spray some fairy dust on me. Ah, yes. Now it's all coming back to me. Hi, Cheryl. Welcome, welcome to the members meeting. I'm gonna stick with members for just a little while. I was gonna go to general population on Fridays, but this Friday I might not do that because I might be going to a fairy ball. So busy me, right? But maybe I'll do a Saturday morning if I'm not too hungover. But I usually don't really drink or anything at these events. I just kind of hang out, and I don't even like last too long. It'll be just really curious. It'll be fun to flap my wings and look around and see what everybody else is doing. But yeah. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing. I hope you're doing well. All right. And thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Wow, now I can buy 3 loaves of bread. Thank you. No, really, it does help extremely, extremely well. No, actually, I can buy my. Well, I'm thinking, I was buying Starbucks, but I think I might go back to buying some Tim Hortons coffee. They have it at my grocery store, and I was really surprised to see it, and it's cheaper than Starbucks. So I'm just like, yeah, I get that. I get that. That's good. It's almost like no news is good news, right? That's what it feels like sometimes. Well, my everything is going pretty good for me too. I mean, I've had really nice, really nice weekend, really joyful celebrations and great family time, and all my kids are doing well, and my eldest son has split from a very toxic person, and he's healing and doing really well and getting close to God. So that makes me happy. And yeah, my son is, I think this diet that we're on is really making his brain really nice and sharp and bright, and he's doing well. And yeah, everybody's doing really good. He feels, when the nice thing about being on a diet or eating better, and you could see the good results. It's just something happy in your life, right? When you're feeling in control of a certain area in your life, it feels good, right? So if you can't be in control of like your love life, for instance, at least you can be in control of your waistline or something. All right, so Terry, let's go ahead and get started, and review. Let me remember now. What did we talk about? Oh my gosh. I keep dropping my pen. Oh yeah, before we begin, let's do my little prayer, if I can. So this is my protection prayer. I ask spirit, angels, guardians, and guides for a beautiful ray of light to enter at the top of my head as I breathe in. And as I breathe in, my lungs expand Then I breathe out and I create a circle and I step into it and I feel protected and connected. And I ask that messages come only from the highest source to bring clarity, goodness, and solutions for the sparkles of light. Finally got that out. All right. Hey, Divine Goddess. What's up? Thank you, honey. And Divine Goddess, sweetheart, it is only just us members here. So thank you. But it is good to type that once in a while for anybody who watches it after the fact. It is nice to for them to see that if they look at the chat. But mostly they will listen to me. So Divine Goddess just posted, as she often does, smash that like button, click on the bell for notifications, and hearts and paid readings are open. Check out the details in the description, which I don't have any details in this particular description box, but you can always email me at artladyjas.com at gmail.com to get information on how to get a private reading. And right now, the schedule for private readings is very tight because my personal life has filled up a bit. So scheduling is going to be a little bit tighter. You can also watch any of the pick-a cards that are out there. Most of them are timeless. Really, when you watch a pick a card, just take the messages for the moment you stumble upon it. Unless you are like a great, amazing follower and watch everything according to when I put it out there. But any of those pick a cards from when I started in 2018 is when I started. When I started in 2018, you can watch any of those. I don't really recommend some of those old ones. They're kind of the noise, the voice is not so good, and then it's not as clear and crispy as the newer ones. But yeah, and yeah, the May reading still good, still accurate, and June reading will come out in a little while. If you want a personal May reading or June reading, just let me know and we can do personal things. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you. Commercial over. All right. So, Terry, my darling, because by the way, I don't know if you know this. Well, because it's members only, I don't know if I'm actually gonna flip it to public, or like I might flip it to public just for the podcast sake, because I put that all my lives are also podcasts, by the way, so it's under the podcast category, but I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. All right, so Terry, I'm just going to ask the fairies what they want to say until we get a message. Oh, look at the bottom. We have honoring your true feelings. I might leave that out for you. Ooh, and right after that is romantic partner. All right. And then higher consciousness and laughter and visual. Okay, that's it. I'm taking these. A new opportunity and feeling safe. There you go. I think all those were meant for you. Didn't even have to shuffle. Spirit had them ready. The fairies were ready. They're like, here we go. So honoring your true feelings. By this card coming out, you are urged to listen to and follow your true feelings. Do not betray yourself or rationalize that it's acceptable to deny your inner voice of truth. You have an inner counselor who is very wise. This source of wisdom speaks to you in both physical and emotional ways. Maybe you've had gut feelings that you're speaking loudly to yourself or physical reactions to situations like tightened jaw or nervous stomach. Your heart may be drawing you toward a particular geographical location, a specific career, or a certain type of relationship. You may feel compelled to leave a particular situation that's unacceptable. The fairies know the importance of heeding their own feelings, and they ask you to do the same. They say, please don't discount what you know to be true in your heart. Follow your emotions as they are your inner compass that will steer you home and keep you warm, safe, supported, and joyous. If you're unclear about which emotions you're experiencing, write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal to gain clarity and understanding. And yeah, you could also maybe add a little to your YouTube, you can do the factual parts of how every treatment is working, and then you can add your feelings, physically how you feel, but emotionally how you feel too. I don't know if you've been doing that or not, but maybe an additional thing to that, like that. And so your affirmation is I listen to, honor, and follow my true feelings, knowing that they are answers to my prayers. And then you got romantic partner. A new romance is coming your way. Either a new partner or a revival of passion in an existing relationship will delight you now or in the near future. Why did this come out, Terry? He's handsome. See, he's my type. Except he's a little serious, but I like his hair. I like his hair a lot. Yes. Okay, good. Good idea. So, so by drawing this card, the fairy realm wants you to know that a new wave of romance is coming your way. Romance could manifest itself in a number of delightful forms, such as meeting a new partner who makes your heart sing with excitement and passion, or rejuvenation of a waning romance with a current love. Perhaps a new romance will take the form of an exciting getaway, such as a tropical vacation, a night at a quaint bed and breakfast inn, or an evening of dinner and dancing. Fairies love romance, and they know the importance of feeling passion in a relationship. Ask them to help you with imaginative ideas to create more romance in your life. They remind you that romance is a state of mind, and it involves playfulness and creativity. Sometimes when we're stressed, we crave romance the most, yet we may not know how to experience romance. Let the fairies help you relax, allowing an inflow of romantic ideas to easily come to your mind and also giving you the energy to put them into action and enjoy them in to the utmost. So your affirmation is I am a romantic person. I release any fears I may have about giving or receiving love. And that's even a harder thing to say to yourself when you're, physically not doing well, or you are, it's I know it sounds strange, but you have cancer, but it doesn't mean cancer has you, like you are conquering cancer. It says so right there, conquering cancer and raising awareness. So as you conquer cancer, there's something about you, you're glowing, like in a weird way you are glowing, right? You may see show signs of how cancer is trying to battle with you, but you are conquering it and you're glowing because of it. So try to imagine yourself in with those words. What do you look like as a young female knight conquering cancer? And maybe a young man or an old man is impressed by your strength and your resilience and falls for you, the person inside, not necessarily the physical trappings that we're always so worried about, but but the true soul, your true beauty, which is within, and you're still beautiful on the outside anyway, too. So that doesn't matter. But you know what I mean? I want somebody to love me for my inner beauty. Sometimes, I mean, honestly, actually, more than my outer beauty. And when I feel like a person doesn't love me for my inner beauty, that hurts me. It feels painful. When they can't support me or accept me for who I am, it's like them saying that they don't love my inner beauty. They only love the physical shell that I'm in. And, they want to look at my physical shell and do, and be excited by it. Like, that's gross. I'm not attracted to that. I'm not attracted to people who think that way. And there's people out there that think that way. And that's the kind of person that I have had encounter with recently, hence the reason why I'm only accepting members these days. But you know what I mean, ladies? So it that's I think that's what you're attracting. You're attracting this different level here, a different level of love, the true kind, the one that goes deeper. And it's a higher consciousness as well. You are receiving guidance from your true self. I just said true self, right? And isn't that beautiful? And this is you. This is how you look. You're like glowing in a very unusual, very brilliant way. Your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom, you are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You've been asking for divine guidance, and divine goddess is here. Maybe she'll give you divine guidance. And your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Perhaps you've begun a meditation or yoga practice, and this has helped you quiet your mind. Or maybe you've put your foot down to the universe and have adamantly decided to improve your life. Yeah, whichever route you've taken is working very well. And I think that makes a lot of sense. It's kind of like you got cancer, but it's when you put your foot down and say, cancer doesn't have me, I have it, I'm conquering it, then that's kind of like you telling universe, that and so the fairies are very impressed by you, and so somebody else may be. Now the fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on a retreat. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life areas. Now I remember last reading you got the High Priestess, and that used to be your significator card. So that's cool. And your affirmation is, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirit. Nice. I like that one. Very nice. Very nice. And it's interesting. It's like by getting cancer, it almost allows you to use your amazing power in a stronger way than you ever had before. It's like like if you have a little sniffle, you just like live through it, blow your nose, whatever. But sometimes when you sometimes I don't even know what I'm trying to say. It's like putting more force into something, a more passion or more spirituality or a higher consciousness, this high vibration. And laughter, and laughter is definitely the best medicine. so so no matter what you do, I feel like always include the laughter in it too. And it's not no laughing matter, this is true, but life can show you ways where you can laugh even in the midst of difficult situations. So every cloud not only has a silver lining, but also has a humorous side. Try to objectively stand back from your situations and find a humorous twist. Laughter will help you see your life from a new perspective so that you can receive creative insights and solutions. You're just sometimes you could be too serious. I understand. And you're a very intelligent, factual, mature person. And that's okay. And that's okay. That's probably what's needed in a lot of in moments. But I feel like showing some of your vulnerability could be helpful too, like laughing and crying, or crying and laughing, or getting angry, or any of those. That's good to connect with people. Those kinds of things that the multitude. Sometimes we laugh because we can't cry, and sometimes we laugh at the irony of things, but laughter is still helpful and necessary. And sometimes it's just good to watch something that will make you laugh, that's totally like transcends your situation. Like you'll feel like you're in a whole different place and you're a whole different person for just a moment, like you forget everything that's actually going on and then you're in a different place. And it's good to feel like that sometimes because those kind of feelings are part of manifesting, right? When you manifest, it's as if you act as if. So if you're watching a comedy or something and you forget who you are, where you are, what you're doing, because the comedy or the show just totally takes over and makes you laugh and forget your situation, then that is the energy that you have to use. And you remember that energy as much as you can. Remember that energy. Remember that the way it felt to not feel like the sick person, but feel like just like an energy that's laughing. You know what I mean? I don't know how to explain it, but yeah. So, and it also helps you stand back and see ourselves and our situation more objectively. We relax, and relaxing creates solutions to and new energy. And yeah, these things can be very transcending too. And so the affirmation is I find humor in life, I laugh easily. Mhm. And then visualization too. It feels like it feels like the fairies are trying to tweak your manifesting skills. They're like, you're doing so great. Here's some areas where you can like amp up the laughter and paint the pictures and things like that. So visualization. Your clairvoyance and you this came out, I thought this came out last time, but clairvoyance I thought came out for you last time, that you have clairvoyance. And your dreams and the pictures in your mind's eye are becoming more clear and powerful. This card asks you to trust to develop those visual skills and use them in conscious manifestation. The fairies know the power of conscious visualization as a tool of manifestation. And this card is saying, sit quietly on a daily basis and visualize yourself living a healthy, happy, abundant, and meaningful life. Exactly what you were saying on your healing. Mm-hmm. And visualize only what you desire and avoid picturing that what you do not desire. So a lot of people I've known, like when I've watched people who conquer cancer, sometimes they'll talk about like seeing the cancer and like visualizing little soldiers knocking it down or whatever. And maybe if that works for you, great. But maybe what spirit or the fairies are trying to say is don't even see yourself as having it. See yourself as not having it. Visualize what you look like, feel like, where you are in your surroundings and how you feel when you don't have it. And keep tapping into that feeling. You can easily remember that because there was a time where you didn't have it and you knew what that felt like. And remember the moments that you felt the happiest in your life and visualize that. You know, actors do that, like it's called method acting, where they have to remember a time in their life that they felt a certain way so they can draw upon those emotions for the scene or whatever that they're in. And that's exactly what manifestation is. Visualization manifestation is this kind of a similar way of doing that. It's like drawing in that feeling, that emotion, and picturing it and knowing it, and this is you, and this is now. and like believing in it. All right, and yeah, so you have very powerful visual skills, and if you don't believe that, then you need to affirm it every day. Say, I am a highly visual person. Any blocks that you have about clairvoyance will begin to lift. Know that it's safe for you to see the future, the spirit world, and the truth about your life. By releasing any fears about seeing, your visualization powers will be greatly magnified. So, your affirmation is, it is safe for me to see. I am a very visual person. And speaking of feeling safe, we have the feeling safe card. And new opportunities coming through. And that looks very exciting. I love this building. It's the um, architecture is so cool. So be aware of a huge opportunity being presented to you. It is safe for you to trust and enter into this new realm. Momentous opportunity is being presented to you. It could be in the form of someone making a business proposal to you. This is right underneath the romantic partner, so it could be related somehow. This is a new idea that enters your mind or an investment opportunity. It could even come in the form of a loss, which you're about to gain something even more suitable. Even though you may feel intimidated or unqualified to move to the next level, be assured that heaven is reaching its hand through the window, guiding and protecting you as you soar upward. If you need help trusting the validity of the new opportunity, pray for spiritual guidance. You will soon believe in the trustworthiness of this gift, and you will know that you deserve heaven's help. And your affirmation is, I notice and embrace the new opportunities that are now in my life. And finally, you feel safe. Going back to that root chakra and making sure that's cleared, that chakra is cleared and enhanced and yeah, worked on, leveled up, because that'll affect the rest of your body, starting from the base to the top of your head. So feeling safe, and it's similar. I don't know if the lady who did Reiki on you does like a chakra cleansing or clearing, or a Kundalini thing, but these are other things that you can also use. Any feelings of danger or vulnerability are healing. They are replaced with a certain knowledge that you are safe and protected right now. So heaven is aware of your feelings and has come to your aid. You are surrounded by heavenly beings who love and protect you on an ongoing basis. The fairies remind you that your thoughts of danger or fears or vulnerability are they're basically just in your mind, and you don't have to give them power. And it could have been some kind of outside entity that caused you to start worrying or feeling scared or whatever. So don't give that energy power. The only power is you. You have the strength, and the fairies urge you to awaken from the idea that anything else has power over you, right? You have power over it. And you have power to create a happy and secure dream and make the decision to feel safe. You make that decision. And then you say, I am safe, I am secure, I am completely protected at all times. No giggles is still available. All right, so anything else that you would like, any area, any of these cards create a question that you need answered? Where shall we go next? Should we wait just to the next time, or do you want to explore something? Okay, honey. Well, you have a wonderful, beautiful night. And stay with us as long as you need to. I love it too. It's very meaningful. It's very meaningful, I think. I feel cold suddenly. Huh. How did it get cold in this room? Oh, I know, because it started to rain. It was so humid, you guys. I'm like crazy humid, even for Houston. And now it's rainy. I'm trying to, I'm trying to, come on. There we go. Good. Yeah. I appreciate that, fairies, for that lovely reading. Well, those cards were just perfect. You too, Miss Conqueror Terry. Oh, excuse me. Hi, Cheryl. Healing vibes. I like this little. It's like a, yeah, it's like a stag with a dream catcher. Yes, beautiful. Great idea. Sweet dreams. Okay, Cheryl. Cheryl joined a new gym and also a new church. I'm hoping these bring positive changes for me. Very nice. All right. So let's see. What deck would you like? Would you like me to talk to the fairies first? Okay, let's see what they have to say. Ah, let's shuffle them really good. Some of the music from the show keeps playing in my head. I'm going to post a video of of some of the concert highlights, but I don't know if you. I think I just might post it to my LeaderCons page. But if anybody wants to look at the LeaderCons page, they're surely welcome to. Look inside yourself popped out. Visualization came out for you too. Okay. And letting go, environmental awareness, and sexuality. All right. What's all that about? So, fairies say, look inside yourself. You've been trying to find satisfaction through outside sources such as material possessions or relationships? Question mark. I don't think so, but if you have, it's okay. You've let that go now, haven't you? Because that one, you let that go of that. I see it. You're also looking for help from other people, and the fairies say that's okay too. The fairies ask you to look within though, because you have all the answers you need. Sometimes when you feel empty, your first reaction is to try and fill up the emptiness by acquiring something or someone. You may fall in the trap of thinking, I'll be happy if or when I have a dot dot dot, this or that or the other thing. But then when it comes, you only feel satisfied for a little while. So the fairies remind you that the only source of true fulfillment is by connecting with spirit within. Have a mental conversation with your creator and feel yourself filled with divine love. How do we get this one for you too? Oh my gosh, the fairies are like remembering you guys. The same holds true if you're searching for answers from outside authorities. Now, there's nothing wrong with seeking counsel from wise friends, especially their advice echoes if you know it to be true. But perhaps you've been asking your friends, mentors, or psychics for solutions and you feel confused by conflicting advice. So, if everyone is telling you different solutions, you'll need to meditate on what your inner guidance is telling you. So, that's why when tarot readers do readings, we say choose what resonates, because really ultimately it's your inner truth that resonates with me or my pile one or my pile two or three or none of them, or you resonate better with Melanie's reading or whatever it is. Whoever you resonate the strongest with, that's your answer. The resonance is the answer, not so that's why you don't have to be confused, because if one person's saying one thing, another person's saying another, and you feel conflicted, you don't have to feel conflicted, because all you have to do is relax and feel which one resonates higher for you. And it's not just the one that's telling you what you want to hear, it's the one that just feels like it's the truth. It's your inner truth. And that's where you go from there. Is so if my messages don't resonate, it's okay. You can let it go. You don't have to say, well, Cherry said this and this is probably going to happen. Nope, not necessarily. Definitely not necessarily. You and I both know. But at the same time, so many of my readings have, played out. And so that builds a trust between us, and you instantly resonate because you have a trust to the things that I say to you, right? So it's okay. It's okay. You like let yourself be guided that way when it comes to different people's readings, right? And then you don't even worry about reading people's readings. Just listen to the voice within. And guess who came jumping up on my lap is Miss Pumpkin. Yeah. All of them resonate. That's good. Pumpkin. Are you kissing me? Aw, she gave me little air kisses. It's so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh, you're so sweet. She looked at me funny. She likes to cuddle, but at the same time, I think she gets, I think that's the thing. It's like sometimes we feel that way too. We want to be close, and sometimes the vulnerability is a little scary. It's a little scary. Like, are you going to do something weird? Am I going to be safe? Am I going to lose myself into your embrace? Am I going to be too sad when you let me go? It's okay, baby. I got you. Got you. You don't have to worry. And when we let go of each other, it'll feel okay. It'll be time to let go of each other and do our own things. So you don't have to worry about it. So I feel like I gotta read the letting go one next because we keep talking about letting go. Some things you gotta let go. And the letting go is liberating. It's scary, but liberating too, isn't it? You aren't receiving, uh, you are receiving. You're receiving positive results because you know what is good for you and you let go what's not good for you. And you're opening up yourself to miraculous resolution. Problems are caused by human thinking and action. And that's why problems aren't solved by additional human thinking and action. When we think hard or struggle to resolve a crisis, things can actually get worse. So this card is saying, stop the human struggle. Stop thinking about the problem. Since a focus on negativity can manifest even more negativity, say aloud or silently, I'm willing to surrender this situation to my creator right now. Both of these are very big in like giving it up to God energy. And I don't know if you do that kind of thing. It I do it occasionally. My mom does it a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Like she lives in that. She lives in giving it up to God. And it's hard. It's not easy when we've all been sort of raised and programmed to, to do to get something. So it is a little bit hard to let go and give it up to God to deal with. um, so say out loud or silently, I am willing to surrender this situation to my Creator right now. By affirming this statement, heaven is able to intervene on your behalf. You will instantly feel relief and will be gratified to see how easily and naturally the situation resolves itself. I know. I know how you feel. I'm really trying to. Sometimes it's just like, oh, I have to catch myself so much. So your affirmation is, I am willing to surrender this situation to my Creator right now. When I let go, everything turns out perfectly. And then you can visualize exactly what you want. And visualize what you want, but not what you don't want. You're clairvoyant, and you also have clairvoyance, just like Terry. Your clairvoyance, your dreams, and the pictures in your mind's eye are becoming more clear and powerful. And this card is asking you to trust and develop your skills, your visual skills, and use them in your manifestation. So I feel like the hardest part for you, Cheryl, is because you're so good at seeing the future, is you see the good, bad, and the ugly, and that makes it scary because you can see all of it at the same time. You can see the dark energy with the light energy. So it's important to clear away the dark energy because it's almost like you have to make a filter, and a filter that says only light energy is allowed, and only show to me what I want, what is good. Only show to me what, that's like something that Miss Fred does when she comes on. She's very positive, even with like so much more than me. and I admire her for it. And she's all like, and usually she's telling me, show me something good or tell me something good, you know. And and I think that's another reason why you like people like me and Melanie too, because we help you with seeing the good, right? But I can get negative sometimes. That's true. You know, that is true. That happens. I try not to, but yeah, anyway, that's not the point. The point is um visualize. So instead of like a negative self-fulfilling prophecy, make a positive self-fulfilling prophecy. Like fulfill it, but be in charge of what that vision is. Don't let the vision say, don't let the future vision say, this is what's going to happen. You can see that and you can say, nope, this is what's going to happen. You're the boss of the vision, basically. It's like you're telling it, you can't come in. I'm telling you what's going to come in. And this is how it's going to look when it comes through. And that's my choice, not I have the choice to make that because I am divine and I manifest my life. I'm manifesting it the way I want to. So that it's tricky because I know a lot of us see our lives sometimes as predestined, like certain things happen to us because it's meant to be or supposed to be a certain way. But I feel like we also have the power. We may have like a little bit of a thumbprint that general lines and guides and direction of our life, but I think we have the power to do whatever we want with it. And I believe in astrology and I love, you know, how it helps us understand each other and our signs and everything. But even that to me, even that is only a guide because we can overcome those things too. Anything, any limitations that may be in our chart or in our stars, you know what I mean? So you have the power. That's what the fairies are trying to say. You have so much power, much more than you even realize sometimes. So visualize yourself living a healthy, happy, abundant, and meaningful life. Visualize only what you desire and avoid picturing that which you do not desire. You have powerful visual skills, even if you're unaware of them. Sometimes by default, like even when you're not paying attention, you're you're visualizing something that you don't want and then it falls into place and you're, damn it, I didn't want that. That's happened to me a few times recently. I'm like, ah. But it happened in the reverse too. I was like, I need $100, and then $100 came. But but I've also did the reverse where I'm like, thought something, oh, it's gonna turn out this way, I bet. I'm like, oh, don't say that to yourself because and then it did. So be careful because those things can actually manifest as soon as you think it, you know? We're a lot stronger than we realize when we do those kinds of things. So affirm daily, I am a highly and visual person. Any blocks that you have about clairvoyance will begin to lift. Know that it's safe for you to see the future, the spirit world, and the truth about your life. By releasing any fears about seeing, your visualization powers will be greatly magnified. And then you can say, it is safe for me to see. I am a very visual person. Okay. And environmental awareness. So your new surroundings. This could be about the gym. The fairy kingdom is very concerned with the health of Mother Earth. And this card is talking about wanting you to become involved in environmental matters. So I guess they're talking about the earth and not necessarily like spaces and places, but both are good, you know. And the fairies believe that you have a power to make a huge impact. This could be part of your your um your mission, you know, to make a huge impact on the planet. Earth is a living, breathing being, and the fairies are calling upon you to help her. Your contributions could include recycling, picking up trash while you're on your nature walk, switching to environmentally friendly cleaning products, getting involved in an environmental protection group, becoming a vegetarian, or educating your children about the fragility of nature. And when you spend time outdoors, mentally ask the fairies for guidance on how to make your special contributions to Mother Earth's well-being. The oh, and I just got a hit. Maybe something's going to happen major to you on Earth Day. That's coming up, isn't it? It's like sometime in May or June, Earth Day. Or was it already in April? The fairies will give you answers in the form of thoughts or feelings by arranging a synchronistic opportunity or by helping you use your unique talents to help educate others about environmental concerns. So you can say, it feels good to nurture my planet with loving care. And then sexuality. Your sexual self needs some attention. So be honest about that and take steps. Okay, let's see what these steps are. Sexuality is an important part of life, not just your physical self, but also your emotional and spiritual self. The fairy realm understands the unique joy that comes from sexual experiences. They know about the divine light that is created when you merge with a beloved partner. They understand the release and the sexuality that sexuality brings about. So this card is asking you to heal any sexual issues that may have arisen from negative experiences. And I I feel like there's a healing happening and possibly a new person coming through that will treat you way better than you've ever been treated before. And the fairies are guiding you now to resources and to people who will be more sensitive about your sexuality, I think. And your affirmation is, my sexual self is attractive, healthy, and able to experience great pleasure. That sounds nice. Ooh. So it makes me feel like when that card comes out, that it's like somebody's gonna come through soon, and like they're preparing you. Now's a good time to final, those put the final healing on your sexual self, because somebody new's coming in that you're going to have intimate experiences with, and before that person comes through, you need to finish with your healing or keep working on it or whatever, or keep up with it. Oh, Pumpkin, you're so beautiful and so soft. She's so shiny. She's so wise and beautiful and shiny. Right? My little shiny girl. My shiny girl. Be my shiny girl. My little shiny girl. So let's get into positive spirits. Let's see. I feel like I want to get a Lenormand, or do you want Lenormand or Kipper to get more details about the gym, how things may come about? Wonder what, should I use this Lenormand? Let's use this one. Let's go off fairy. Okay, pick a card, Pumpkin. All right, that one. She said that one. And that is the fairy garden. So that's the public place where you're going to see people, and could be audiences and concerts and I mean, like a place where there's an audience. So like typically like in a class, like in an exercise class maybe, with a teacher in the front. It could also be but it feels like group things. It could be outdoors even. Okay, let's see what this one says. Ooh, and the mice. So in my deck, the mice represent the little worker mice, like Cinderella's helpers. They're the ones that they come up, that behind the scenes are working on stuff, and then you walk through the door and surprise, we made a dress for you, Cinderella. and you're like, oh my God, thank you so much. I've been working all day and I just didn't have any more time to do anything else. So thank you for pitching in or helping out. So it's kind of that energy. It's like finding others, that will help you, where you don't have to do everything all by yourself all the time. And when you least expect it, somebody will jump in or pitch in and help you. All right, let's see what else. Yeah, I'm getting the feeling that there's a lot brighter energy of the people at this gym. They're not. I don't see gossipy negative energy. I see like helpful energy. Oh, we got the doggy. So it feels like a soulmate is coming through, a bestie, a best friend. But so it could be a soul that's passed, but it could also be another soul coming through, like a best friend, a soulmate, lover energy. The dog also represents a lover, so that could be some special soul coming through for you. Maybe at meeting at the gym. Let's see. Oh, there he is. Oh, okay. So he's a little bit mature and wise, and see the lilies of sexuality, and he's a good age for you. I mean, he came out last reading, didn't he? He's now this guy's a little bit more gray haired, but I do see some gray hair, at least at the temples, and he's really good gift giver and a good gift receiver. And there's so much to this person. There's a wisdom, a peacefulness about him. Yeah, so somebody coming through very nicely. Oh, 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 Punk is being so romantic right now. mm. All right, what about this one? Oh, the bear. So physically, he could be like a bodybuilder or tall or strong or bear-like. Also, this could also be um, seeing the mama bear in you and so like attracted to that part of you, your strength and your commitment and your love for your son. Um, the bear also represents finances and bosses, so it could have something to do with somebody that has a little bit, maybe like in a position of power. It could be your own self that's in a position of power too. You're the boss, you call the shots, kind of thing. It could be that somebody that you connect with that it may be a trainer of some sort or something like that, or a new love in your life, could be like really 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 sees you and really really hears you and gives you the chance to call the shots, to say, to tell, let them know what you need basically. What's that? Oh, and the scythe. The scythe. Okay. The scythe is the divine timing. So everything's happening for a reason at this time in this particular way. There may be a bit of a Cinderella moment that happens too. Like, for instance, in Cinderella, she meets the prince, but the clock strikes 12 and she has to run away because she knows any minute that she's going to change back into her rags and her shoes and all of that. So it's kind of an interesting bit of like a little bit of deception, right? She doesn't actually outright say that she's a princess. She just looks at that way, right? And then just people jump, the prince just jumps to conclusions. But Yeah, so the timing has something to do with something cut short, but it's not a permanent thing. It just there's just going to be one of those like moments. So in other words, in Cinderella, she meets the prince. The gets cut short because of the clock. Oh, killjoy! But then he looks everywhere for the girl who fits the slipper, and they meet again and get married. So it's something like that. It feels like that. Like there's a moment, and then I don't know if it's a separation necessarily, but well, we don't know the rest of the story because this is the last card. All right, so let's see what's next in love for you. Okay. Love language, acts of service. Actions speak louder than words. And what else? Also, love language of affirmations. Loving words hold great power. And then this person who is very, yeah, I feel like this could definitely be a trainer type or a very physical person, a very strong physical person. This has to do with work. This has to do with caring about everyone, but yet he cares so much more about you than everybody else, but he can't let on that he cares more about you than the other people because sometimes romance gets interrupted because of the duties. So he has a duty, and so romance has to get interrupted. Okay. So let's see. Let's see what the tarot says. Where on some good tarot? What is the tarot I haven't used in a while? Let's look. You know what? I don't know why, but the Botticelli tarot is calling to me. The Botticelli. It's all golden and saying, maybe it's this sexuality card that's making me go with it. It's actually the Botticelli tarot kind of looks religious to me for some reason. But it's very pretty. Yeah. Positive changes, definitely. Ooh. You have, this is 19, which is the sun. Happiness all around. Sun is lighting up your life and your day. It's like you light up my life, you fill my days, or whatever, you know. It's a very happy, lit up feeling. And you have the stars, the sun, the moon, and the stars. The stars, in this particular stars, looks kind of like the Three of Cups. It looks like friendship and enjoyment, but the stars is just as good because it's all about hope and dreams coming true, your wishes coming true, whatever you wish for will come true. It's so Cinderella. You're definitely having a Cinderella kind of fairy tale happening. And then you have the Empress, which represents you being the divine feminine and really attracting in that masculine energy and the way they see you as like the mother. That's really that's this mama bear energy, beautiful mama bear. And then oh, there's another mother energy here. But this is the Ace of Cups. This is so beautiful. It's like falling in love. Somebody is gonna fall in love with you. Love at first sight, too. Strong love, overflowing love. Love like what you have for Nikki is how somebody's gonna feel for you. So, wow. I hope you feel the same way about this person. You know, it's like this yeah, this is very oh, I'm like rolling my eyes. I'm like purring over here. Yes, it feels really nice. Everything feels very tingly now. So, all right, Cheryl, excited for you. I'm excited for you. I don't want to get anything else. I want to leave it on this falling in love high note. And we could look into, but we've already tapped into that deck a lot. I was thinking tonight I could pull out the that's this the Litha Oracle again, but I'm feeling very uplifted with this. Aren't they pretty? They're so pretty. It'd be nice to do a fairy deck with this kind of finish, you know, with sparkles and stuff. It is the Botticelli. Botticelli. Very cheap. I think it's 20 something dollars. It's one of those low Scarabeo decks. It is, yeah. Yeah, I guess golden Botticelli. It comes with a nice little booklet. And it comes in a bunch of languages. So we could go over, I'm curious, you know, if you want, let me see what each one. So the sun says joy, friendship, sincerity, faithfulness, union, happiness, ups. Those are the ups. But you know what? I don't believe in reading anything different. I don't believe in reversals of the sun. The sun is the only one that doesn't get a reversal. Like it's happiness all around all the time. And then you have the Empress, prosperity, fertility, understanding, benevolence, displays of love. And then you have the Ace of Chalices. Ace of Chalices. Birth, great joy, abundance, happiness, nourishment. Yeah, and oh yeah, and the stars. Stars. Hope, confidence in the future, positive presentiments. I guess that means predicaments, presentiments, bright idea, good advice. Yes. So Cheryl, should I get any oracle anything else, or do you feel satisfied? It feels like, oh, yeah, it feels good to me. I feel like it's good to land it on that. That's what Spirit wanted to talk about, and that's what we did. We feel like that main message of looking inside your own personal healing and then sexuality coming through. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, but just like Spirit's just trying to prepare you for this new person. You're welcome. I need to write down giggles. All right, I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a little drink. Wait for Divine Goddess to get here. Get back. All right, be right back. All right. Spirit messages. Okay. I'll get back with giggles. Let's do spirit messages. Yes. I think I'm going to use this deck on you for starters. Spirit messages for Divine Goddess. Eek. Oh yeah, and by the way, Cheryl, I colored the edges myself with like, I don't know, it's a copper colored. So, guess it looks okay. I got it kind of dirty, but I cleaned it off. Okay, yeah. Ooh, all right. We have this nice young man coming through, the Knave of Wands. Oh, somebody is very interested in you. It could also be you just being plain passionate about life and about your future and being very excited for things to come. Or somebody else is excited for you. Now you've got the Nine of Swords in reverse. So I'm taking this reversal and I'm saying that you are like doing really good job at letting any fears or worries, like you're not letting anything worry you or upset you. You're taking that and you're flipping that over and you're seeing the bright side, or you're doing your best to change your circumstances and not let your worries get to you. And this one is also reversed, but this is the Four of Wands. So this is like, it's interesting. This is, and I don't normally read reversals, but this is like your, this is kind of like the twin flame card, the 1111. So I feel like your view of, like soulmates and things like that may be a little bit different now. You're not focusing it on the same way. You're looking at it a little bit differently, and you may not be like as romanticizing it as much, realizing that it's a difficult journey, and two, not, even if somebody may appear to be a certain way, sometimes a soulmate or a twin flame, not necessarily they could be just, they could be a karmic uh, situation that you have to overcome, part of that, or it could, like whatever it is, it doesn't matter. To the other thing about this is like labeling things, right? You're throwing out all labels out the window and you're just focusing on your inner self and connections and not worrying so much about putting people in categories or labeling things. And then we have the Five of Wands in reverse as well. And Five of Wands is like, like kind of like a struggle within. So you're letting go of any kind of inner struggle. It's like there's nothing that you need to fight within yourself about. It's just like releasing the inner struggles about lots of things in your life, but I think basically like a sense of control and realizing that the that certain situations don't play out in a certain way for a certain reason. It's like it's meant to be for you, for your personal journey. It was meant to be a particular resolution and meant to be a certain way. I wonder if I need to get any more. Let's see. Or should I talk to the fairies? Maybe I'll talk to the fairies. Ooh, parenting and children. Interesting. And didn't we talk about that you might be involved in doing something with kids in the near future? So, oh, I'm sorry, I wasn't reading what you were saying. Whatever, yes, whatever you feel called to. I love all your decks. I sent my mom also on a meditation retreat. Nice. There's your parent came out. Now thinking to travel around for a while until I find a job opportunity. Oh, that's nice. Utilizing the time, and I'll go do my hikes I wanted to do. By the way, that Pisces called, we spoke for a good 45 minutes. I felt that was also important to kind of clear the air. However, I'm not romantically interested in him now, but he was just listening to me. That's nice. And true, I'm not very focused on relationship. Yes, releasing and all that release. Already now just feeling a peaceful vibe. That's good. And going on jogs. Nice. Very good. All right. So stand your ground. It's good. Peace of mind. Laughter. Laughter. Everybody, laughter is the best medicine. And you also got higher consciousness. So parenting and children. I think this represents your connection with your parents. It's a very important part of you and your life. But at some point you may actually become a parent. So this is talking about a positive change is occurring for you in an area of parenting. It could be an unexpected occurrence, which will herald a happy outcome between you and a parent, a child, or both. Family units are extremely important to the fairy realm. They understand the value of taking care of these relationships. The fairies never allow hurt feelings to fester. They promptly discuss misunderstandings and they share their feelings honestly with one another. And this card is saying you are urged to face up to any ill feelings you may have with a family member and take human and spiritual steps to effect the healing. This card also could signal that a new family member is coming into your life. This could mean a new child or a new family member by marriage. It could also signify the return of a family member with whom been lost contact, or it could just be leveling up of your current family life. These changes come to you on heaven's wings, meaning that you are safe, protected, and will derive enjoyment from them. And your affirmation is, I have I have happy parent and child relationships. I allow my heart to open up so that I can feel compassion and love for all members of my family. Good night, Cheryl. Ooh, yeah. Yes, I know what you mean. Like uh, now I'm blanking at the word. Yes, it's linked with our chakras. That's right. Stand your ground. So the fairies ask you to make decisions based upon your honest feelings. Stick to these decisions and don't allow outside influences to cause you to waver. So that was good, sticking to your guns when it came to the Pisces. You know, it's also good to clear the air and not leave each other in a negative way, but trying to part in a more congenial way. And when you're really honest with yourself, you know what your desires are. Yeah, other people may be pressuring you to betray your true feelings. So this card is saying that your original decision is valid and that you mustn't let outside influences sway you. So keep speaking your truth, and everyone will feel happier as a result. And your self confidence increases, and you keep taking care of yourself, and others will respect you for standing your ground. And your affirmation is I speak my truth powerfully and lovingly. I trust in my strong feelings, and I stand my ground in following them. And then peace of mind. And that's exactly what you said you were feeling, peace of mind. So it's your highest priority right now, and that's good. That's exactly what you should keep focusing on. Commit to taking steps to ensure peace of mind always. And do all the things that you've already been doing and plus more, whatever you want. Avoid toxins, eat healthy food, sleep habits, avoid negative people, go for jogs, do those things that you've been doing. And your affirmation is my mind is now peaceful, and I know that all of my needs are automatically taken care of. I can rest easily, assured that all is well. Right. True, but he needed to hear what led to that situation because he was giving me side remarks, comments like, it's the closed ones who hurt and all of that. I don't know. He's just a bit weird, but I let it be. I had to release all of that. Yeah, I know the feeling. So, the higher consciousness. You are receiving guidance from your true self, your higher consciousness, which is one with divine universal wisdom. You are listening to love rather than fear. This card is a validation that your recent feelings, thoughts, dreams, and aspirations are coming from spirit. You have been asking for divine guidance. Well, because you're the divine goddess, and your higher self has answered your prayers. Your spiritual path has helped you hear this voice because you've taken the time to listen. Maybe you've begun all these things like meditation, yoga, things that quiet your mind, or maybe you put your foot down to the universe. You put your foot down, or like standing your ground, and decided to improve your life. Whatever route you've taken is working very well. Now your fairies ask you to keep having conversations with your higher consciousness. This will involve carving out time away from noise and stress. You may need to take frequent nature walks, join a spiritual support group, or go on retreat. I wonder if you're listening to fairies' advice. By quieting your life and your mind, the voice of your higher consciousness becomes increasingly loud and clear. It guides you perfectly through all life's areas. And you say, I easily hear and understand the inner voice of spirits. Of course you do, and you don't have to remind yourself, but if you feel like it every once in a while, shout it out. I hear you, spirits. And then laughter. We can laugh about all my silly ways of interpreting things. So every cloud not only has a silver lining, but also has a humorous side. Try to objectively stand back from your situation and find a humorous twist. Laughter will help you see your life from a new perspective so that you can receive creative insights and solutions. So whenever you get too serious or you start to like your brow starts to get close together, then think about something that makes you feel lighthearted again. Um, it's not it's not like you're neglecting responsibilities or the sacred reverence for life, or like, but you can still joke or you could still be lighthearted, right? Runs through life like a thread, and it can be comedy that makes our lives more enjoyable. This is totally me, you guys. I thrive on humor to make my life more bearable and enjoyable. you know, it's like I went for a while. I did not watch news, but so I got all my news from the late night talk shows because basically they tell you everything that's happened, but make it sound funnier. And I know that's not good all the time, but it's what I needed. It's like I couldn't, there was no other way for me to absorb news other than that way. And now I don't even listen to news. Now in my life, I'm like creating my own worlds just by simply not letting the outside world influence what I want my world to look like. You know what I mean? So I create what I want in my world. And so, laughter though, laughter helps. Laughter is the best medicine. Laughter helps us to stand back and see ourselves and our situations more objectively. I think another thing about me, in case anyone wants to know, I I I sometimes I notice when people take themselves too seriously, and I usually tease those people. Now maybe I shouldn't tease them, but I end up teasing people who take themselves too seriously so I can try to get them to laugh. So they can be more objective about themselves and life, you know? Because life is too short and life is weird and it's a miracle and it's strange and we're beings and there's so many different entities and life forces and things that are unexplainable and it it's just there's just it's not basic, you guys. It's not basic. It's quite extraordinary actually, and it's also kind of crazy and funny at times. And I just feel like why should we be so serious? Why, like, I don't want to get wrinkles on my forehead. Like, what's the point of like always being so worried about stuff? So laughter, laugh. Take time today to laugh. Go see a new funny movie or a play, or buy a book by your favorite comedy writer, or exchange silly jokes with a friend. One of the things that feel most blessed about is is that my younger son is laughing at my jokes again, and I went for a long time where it wasn't happening, and now it's happening again, and I feel so happy about it. It makes me happy. So I find humor in life and I laugh easily. Laughter is very important. You watch animal funny videos? Oh, that's nice. All right, so let's see. Would you like some charms to go with us? Let's see. Oh, you got a rock, steady and stable. Oh, I think you're gonna get an award of something, some kind of award. You be loud and proud. Think, make a loud noise. You've got this unusual kind of character. He's unusual. Maybe that's that Pisces guy. He's still I think he's still thinking about you. You can do whatever you want about that. You stand your ground. We have Saint Lawrence here. Well, Saint Lawrence is the patron saint of cooks. And we also have oh, the Mohawk Lily. Yes. And she's about like the less fortunate and the exiled. And we have the kitty cat and the tennis racket. That makes me think like the game of love. Like the game of tennis has the word love in it. And when you're hitting the ball back and forth, and sometimes the ball is in somebody else's court. And ooh, aliens coming to talk to you. This like starseed information. Remind me next time that we do reading, I'm gonna pull from the starseed deck. And then we have the tree of life. Tree of life. It feels like your tree, you're blossoming, you're growing, you're branching out. Your body health is good. Your connection with nature and ancestors. That's all it's all vibrating very well. Communication is doing really good too. I read this quote somewhere. Humor is a sign of intelligence, having fun. Oh, wow, I must be really smart. Yes, that Pisces wanted me to take on some trip, but I don't know, I find it a bit complicated. So I'm just told him I'm a free bird. There you go, free bird. uh Aliens. Yes. I don't, you know, are are they trying to contact you? Huh. I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe there's an alien person, maybe in somebody that you already know or may come to know. Because aliens are kind of good at hiding in our community. But then there's the ones that don't hide at all, that are very obvious. They're a little creepy. But regular aliens, they're already here. They're already hanging out with us. I think. I don't know. Yeah, would you'd be down for that? Having an alien friend? Also, it could be just a star seed, like a person who was reincarnated or reborn in this life as a human, but has had past lives on different planets. So supposedly that's a thing. And I kind of think, well, maybe that could be me. I don't know. Like, how do we know? I feel very connected to Lemurians and Palladians. So yeah. So it could be like the Palladians want to talk to you, or one of those groups out there, the higher consciousness. The I have there's a I'm very connected to the cosmos because I'm a cosmic fairy. Well, cosmic witch fairy. I'm a fairy, but if I was a witch of any sort, I would be a cosmic witch, not really an earth witch, even though I love earthly things. But yeah, I just feel like I must have come from a different planet at some point, and now I'm here, connecting with Earth and never quite feeling like I fit in at times, but other times feeling quite happy to be here because it's such a beautiful place. Sometimes I feel like that. I feel like an alien. Oh, yeah, there's lots of good aliens out there. Well, see, that's good. That's good. Yeah. Yeah, and I think there's more good aliens than bad. In fact, I think the good aliens are going to save us from anything bad that's out there and anything bad that's right here, right now. I think I think they definitely have. Uh, Also, the other thing that I've thought of too, this is kind of freaky maybe, but because of quantum physics, I'm very into quantum physics and time travel and all of that. I think there could be some of us out there that are from the future that have come to this current time that may seem like aliens, but they're not actual aliens. They're earthlings, but they're from the future. So future Earthlings can appear like aliens just simply because they're more advanced because they come from a different time. So that can happen too, I think. I mean, you know what? I believe anything can happen, anything can be. Why should we limit our belief system to just one, to stop right there? That's it. We can't believe anything past this line right here. It's like, why should we? Why couldn't we explore all the possibilities, and that anything could be possible? So that's how I kind of see it. I'm just naturally more inclined to nature and mountains, yeah, and water and bodies. Wow, so interesting. Yeah, the world's our oyster. The universe is our oyster. And galaxies far, far away. Everything is for ours to explore, like space, the final frontier. Ah, like Star Trek. Although I wasn't a big Star Trek fan, I was a big fan of that song. Yeah, life here on Earth with friends or anywhere else. Like it's not like I want to be an astronaut or anything or go exploring, but I have had That I have been hypnotized, and in this group of people that I got hypnotized with, I saw my future. We were seeing our future, and so I could see a future self on a different planet. To be honest with you, so it's like I get these things. I get it. It's like it's all one too. It's like there's no time. Time is all past, present, future is all the same thing. It's just a bunch of different timelines. You know, if you want to call it anything, it's timelines, but it's not time. I was recalling your Zambala reading you had done for me some months back, I think. Me entering into some place like that. Yeah, oh yeah, right. The planet looked really weird. It was small, and it was like if almost it seemed almost too small. And I had some kind of device on my head and some kind of suit, and I was just standing there looking down at my feet because the hypnotist was telling me to look down and look up my body, and then look around my surroundings. But I was he took us out of that scene pretty quickly. Like I barely got adjusted to my body and the planet where I was, or the place I was, before he moved us on to the next scene. But it was kind of strange. Like my proportions were really strange too. My fingers were really long, and I was different. But I was blonde, and that I was very different in that future vision. Yeah. So he prompted us to different scenes, like the a happiest moment. I had a really great, and you know what's interesting? My happiest moment, very similar to my bubble dream of my happiest moment, and it's like almost the same person was there. In my happiest moment, it was kind of like a Star Wars scene where I was looking out the spacecraft, and I had somebody by my side, and they had brown hair. That's all I could see. The energy that I felt from that person was similar to my sister's, but I don't know if it was a male, and a male with brown hair. And that dream that I had were floating up, you know, next to Big Ben with the bubbles and everything. That person also in the I was gonna say chariot. That's funny, chariot. In the oh yeah, I could chariot in the sled. Well, it started off a sled, and then it turned into a carriage. And the carriage was a brown haired guy. Yeah. Anyway, well, do you feel that site at Ireland, Stonehenge? Oh yeah, I believe in the portals, and I was really big. Like I don't know if you like fiction, but like in the Outlander, the author who wrote the story in the series Outlander time travel series, um, the place that the lady goes to is like is similar to Stonehenge, and it's also in uh, so I think it's in Scotland though. This portal place is in Scotland, and you enter it through the Celtic seasons, the festivals, festival days, and like you touch the stone and it buzzes like bees, and then you slip through into a different time. It's usually 200 years before your current time. So yeah, that was real interesting, and like the research that she did on that those legends of time travel using the stones like Stonehenge is pretty interesting. So I think there's a lot, and like, yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff. But Divine Goddess, I need to get to Giggles reading. All right, so got to finish up on this one, and I gotta get wind down for bedtime too soon. I know we could talk about this all night. We need to have a talk show so we can talk about aliens and quantum physics and Mother Nature. Yeah, it is. I do enjoy. I do. Me too. I just love talking to people who like same subject as me. I wish I could find a boyfriend like that who likes the same things I do. I thought somebody did, but I don't think they really were into it as much as I was. It's so intriguing and interesting to me sometimes. I have a lot of questions about them. You're welcome, Divine Goddess. Well, I don't know if Giggles is still here. But Giggles, are you here? Let's see. We'll go back to her question. Okay. Giggle says, love read on Rolando, please. How is he feeling about my post? Has he looked at almost all my stories, but he's looked at all my stories, but very little reaction messages. I'm trying to make him see I have a crush on. I think he figures, okay, so he's not getting this message that you have a crush on him. Rolando. He I have a crush. I think he figures it's about him, but I'm not directly messaging him because I don't want to scare him away. Like I'm trying to let him come to me. All right. So Rolando and Giggles, what's going on with your love life? Right? Is that what we're asking? Let's see what is coming up next for you in your love life. First of all. Well, let go of the past. There could be some old things that you're hanging on to, and also maybe outdated paradigms, like thinking negative thoughts when it comes to love. And maybe your approach to Rolando needs a little tweaking. Like maybe guys are kind of they need a little bit more direct. I know what you're doing, and I know why. Like you said, you don't want to chase them away, but guys sometimes don't catch the clue that well. So maybe you might need a little bit more direct approach. But let's see. Ooh, okay. Rekindle. An old flame returns. Proposal. Your romance is about to evolve and level up. So something's happening nice. All right, so let's see. How does Rolando feel about you? I feel Soto might want to rekindle. Yeah, I felt him too. I felt Soto right there. Feel like he might ask you to marry him. So, but we're gonna ask about Rolando. We're gonna see. We're gonna see what does Rolando feel about giggles. And this could be related. This could be related to Soto. Like let go of Soto so you can focus on Rolando. Let's see. What does Rolando feel about giggles? Oh, he's gonna call you. I feel like I'd like to give you a call. The sound of your voice is irresistible. So he definitely wants more connection with you. Ooh, he feels joyful. Feeling lighthearted when I'm with you. Wow, he's in love with you. Cupid's arrow has struck and I fall over and over with you. So he really likes you. He wants to grow. Okay. I don't know. I feel like, are we talking about Rolando? Because this person will also, Rolando sees a future with you. Can I have this dance for the rest of my life? Wow. Let's see what the fairies say about it. Let me just get like 2 cards. Family harmony. All right. And honoring your true feelings. So, as far as you and Rolando and your love life, there is a family energy here. Your relationships with family members are healing as you hold loving thoughts and feelings about the souls involved, including yourself. You experience genuine harmony within your family. Every person in your life is affected by your beliefs and expectations, including your family members. And this card is saying you're counseled to hold positive and loving thoughts about anyone who seems to have irritated or hurt you. The more loving energy you send to each person, the more love will be redirected back to you. Have patience, you're beginning to feel a great healing occurring in your family relationship. The fairies ask you to think of 3 reasons why you are grateful for each member of your family. If one person seems to particularly frustrate you, think of 5 reasons why that person is worthy of love. Send blessings and prayers to that person, and your relationship will show immediate signs of improvement. And I think not just your family, but your past people that you love, in order to fully let them go, think of some think of 3 things that you love about them, and then say a blessing. Say, I see this and this and this about you. You know, you're not all bad, you're actually also good, but I let you go. Like I no longer want to. So this can doesn't have to be a rekindling, it can also be a releasing, deciding what to do about a person that wants to come back, you know? But yeah, so that will be harmonious to you. And honoring your true feelings. This card is about to tell you to listen to and follow your true feelings. Don't betray yourself or rationalize that it's acceptable to deny your inner voice of truth. You have an inner counselor who is very wise, and this source of wisdom speaks to you in both physical and emotional ways. Maybe you have gut feelings that you're speaking that are just like really trying to get your attention, or your physical reactions to a situation, like your like a nervous stomach or some kind of body energy that makes you aware of a situation. Your heart may be drawing you towards a particular geographical location, a specific career, or certain type of relationship. You may feel compelled to leave a particular situation that's unacceptable. The fairies are like saying, follow your heart, like your gut, more than just your heart, your gut too, like that combination of heart and gut in this situation. And when it comes to your love life, what really feels right and good to you. The fairies know the importance of heeding their own feelings, and they ask you to do the same. They say, please don't discount what you know to be true in your heart. Follow your emotions, as they are your inner compass that will steer you home and keep you safe, warm, and supported and joyous. And if you're unclear about which emotions you're experiencing, write down your thoughts and feelings in a journal to gain clarity and understanding. And your affirmation is, I listen to, honor, and follow my true feelings, knowing that they are the answers to my prayers. All right, let's see what else. Let's see what the tarot wants to say. So who's coming through for giggles? Is this Rolando? Is he the one? Is Rolando the one? Let me see. I'm going to ask the Lenormand first. Is Rolando the one? Yeah. Ooh, this could be a fairy book, a fairy tale story. Look at all these purples too. It's very high chakra energy. There, your crown and your third eye chakras are vibrating. You may be seeing the future that you want at the same time as attracting it, the future that you want. That's called visualization. Good job. Now, don't attract Soto if you don't want him to come in. You may see him wanting to come in, and you may be tempted because there's a familiarity with him, right? But if you know what's good in your heart, don't keep attracting it. Don't try to put an energetic hand up. No. Okay, no, Soto. I'm going to explore a different situation because I need to see what's best for me. The ship. So this can sometimes represent foreign lands, foreign people, people at a distance. I asked Uno cards if he wanted to be intimate, and it gave me a red 9 in the wild card. I like that. He wants to be half of your 69. And then you have a crossroads. Of course you do. You have two choices to make, decisions. You may end up going back to this to him just because you keep thinking about Soto. You got to either let him go or see it through. I don't know. Like there could be something happening with Soto. So let's see if we can figure out what might happen. Oh. But isn't it interesting? It's somebody else and Soto. Somebody else and Soto. Who's the main thoroughfare always? The one that's always the one that you're comparing everybody to. Soto, right? All right. We have the Hermit. Here's a Virgo. Who were you seeing that was a Virgo? Is that Rolando? Is that the Virgo? A Virgo? Yeah. I don't feel Soto has grown very much either, but he's still probably your main person. All right. Rolando. Okay, Rolando. So this is about Rolando, just saying. I think those cards up there are about he has feelings for you. All right. And he is Two of Pentacles. So a lot is happening at the same time. He's enjoying multiple things. Just be aware. Oh, Rolando might have other girls he's interested in. Like you might have you have your Soto in the background. I think he might have a girl in the background possibly. The Knave of Pentacles. But you're the one he really is. He's very much more attracted to you. He could present you with a gift or promise or like it's like the slow and steady wins the race, but he's kind of immature about it. He's not quite on your level. He's not quite on your level either. And you have the Seven of Cups. You got plenty of choices. I don't know, like you have to make choices, but I think Rolando's not necessarily the one either. But he may be an interesting choice, but I don't know. And then we have the Death card, which I feel like it means that you should start fresh and clean, like start over. But the Death card also can represent sexuality because it represents Scorpio and no Virgo's always in Rolando's Sagittarius. His daughter told you? And then we have the Magician. Now, this could be interesting. If a Magician comes through, that could be a good high level person for you. Or this could be a Scorpio or a Gemini. Scorpio or Gemini. So we have some interesting, here's your three choices. You have the choice card, the cups of all these different guys coming through. But it looks like, well, you're talking about Sagittarius, Rolando Sagittarius, and Soto is what? Taurus? And now we've got a Scorpio, a Gemini, and a Virgo interested in you as well. So, could be other people. So I would say that it's not going to end at Soto when it comes to like the one, like it doesn't end with Soto. Feels like other people are going to come through that you're interested in. Oh, Rubio. No, I don't have Aquarius. No, no Aquarius. Oh, Pisces. Okay. Pisces. So, do you want to focus on any of them and see what kind of message that they want to send you? You know, like if you want to talk to Rolando, do you want to see if he has a message for you? Or are you good with the fact that there's a lots of options out there? Because maybe in maybe after all you won't like Rolando as much as you think you do right now. I don't know. Okay, so you want to see if Rolando has a message for you? Let's see. Okay, Rolando, here you go. Here's your chance to speak to Giggles. All right, it starts off like this. Is it true? I heard you were dating someone. Is it true? Please tell me it isn't. Okay. I Well, I guess the way he spies on you, he's thinking you're already belong to somebody else. He can't tell yet. He can't tell that you're single or something. All right, what else do you want to ask? Or what else do you want to say to Giggles, Rolando? What else do you want to say to Giggles? He's saying, you're so smart. Your intellect really turns me on. You're so smart, and I really enjoy our conversations. His daughter knew I have 3 lovers. Huh. I told her all the chisme. All my memes. Memes. Oh. I've been dreaming about you. In my dreams, we're so free and in love. Wish I could stay there forever. Oh, this is important. This is a big one. Others' opinions. I feel bound by my culture and my family's beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. So what other people, like what his daughter says, what other people say do affect him. She even called me her stepmom and best friend. Okay. Let's see. Anything else? Something to say. There's something I really want to share with you. I'm waiting for the right time to tell you. All right, so interesting. Like it seems like he has some interest in you. It seems like he's getting his information from his daughter. Seems like he's trying to check you out, but he's just trying to figure out when's a good time to tell you something or reach out to you. And this was the very first card, so I feel like he does want to call you and maybe set up a date, but I don't know why he's acting so mysterious. Maybe just still not really sure if you're into him. You know, maybe he still doesn't know what to do. Maybe he just still doesn't know what to do. Let me see. Feeling lost. I'm trying to make this work, but I feel so lost. I don't know what to do or say anymore. It's just easier to stay in silence. Some people get really emotional without even they don't even know you, and they're already like emotionally attached and making decisions based on some thoughts that they're having instead of actually like knowing you and making decisions based on an actual relationship. Oh, cute. That's cute. Look, it's simple, really. How do I feel? I want you, us forever. All right. So I think he has had dreams and visions of y'all being together. Now he just needs to get up off his butt and ask you out or something, or talk to you for real and not just be all elusive. Yeah, he's probably just shy. Okay, giggles. I'm gonna get to bed now. This one, I think this one is the last one I put up for a reason. It's so pretty. And it's basically telling you about your choices that you have. You don't have to settle. If somebody's not giving you enough, excitement, information, passion, action, then somebody else might. Somebody else, that would be nice. But yeah, definitely let him do the walking. Let him do the reaching out. You gave him enough clues. I think that's good enough. Especially if his daughter says stuff. That's enough. Right? All right, honey. Yeah. Well, maybe he'll come around. The first card that was out looked like phone calls, so it does feel like he's going to be the one reaching out soon. I posted this meme with Jack Sparrow and it said, when you post a thirst trap for your fixation crush and you get a response from the wrong person. Ah, very smart, very smart. But then what if he thinks he's the wrong person? He was literally the first one to see that message. Oh my gosh. And he's probably looking at it like, who am I then? And maybe that's what that choices card is about too, like confusion about like, okay, so he's trying to add a few things together. Like you have different lovers, like, and then who are you? Like he's like, who am I to her? Anybody important? Hmm. So I get you. It's your way of saying you want a response. But what if he's thinking somebody already responded, even though he was the first one to see it? How does he know that he was the first one to see it? He might, I know like he can look at your post and see how many minutes it's been up or something like that. I don't know if there's people out there that do all of that. I think guys are so much more basic than that. They're not calculated. They don't look at the little details all the time. Well, you call them guapos, so that's a good thing. That's definitely coming from you and telling him, you think he's handsome. So there you go. That's at least a clue right there. I think he's worried that you're playing games with him. So try to just be yourself though. Like, you don't have to change anything for him. If he has security problems, then that's his problem. And if he was a strong man, he would just go after you no matter who you're with or not with. So don't worry about it. I think you'll figure out soon enough if he's the kind of guy you want anyway to come after you, cuz if he's taking too long, then he might not be the one that you really want anyway. You know what I mean? All right, giggles. Well, I got to go to bed now. But I'll see you next time. And good night, everybody. And thanks for anybody listening in. I don't know if anybody listens in, if this is members only, but if you're a member and you just listened in and you didn't participate, that's okay too. Thanks for stopping by. Oh, in Spanish. Oh, I like that. That's a good sign right there when everything happens at a certain time. That means that he plans to reach out to you, but you have to wait for him. That means he wants to be in control. Haha. So just wait and you'll see. You'll see. All right. Well, good night. Sweet dreams. Until next time, faith, trust, and pixie dust.